Hello. We've been in phase one of reopening for more than 1 week, and many of the metrics are headed in the right direction. Last week I explained that we would move to each step of reopening based on the data and on the science. We are getting there, but we are not quite there yet. We are optimistic about the trends because even as some restrictions have been lifted, as restaurants are serving outdoors and people are finally getting haircuts, most people in our county are continuing to follow the guidelines of safety. I cannot emphasize enough how important your actions are. Months ago, when we began wearing face coverings, I explained that my face covering protects you and your face covering protects me. That is still true, and it is still true that everyone must be careful about washing hands and maintaining physical distancing. Those actions are essential to our moving forward. It is likely that face coverings and social distancing will remain with us even as we continue reopening through future phases. Because we can't know who in the community is carrying COVID, we have to be careful not to expose people, which could trigger another spike in cases. Yesterday we announced which restrictions will be lifted during our next phase of reopening, phase 2. Please go on our county website to see the details. We don't know exactly when phase 2 will begin, but I'm hopeful that it will be in about a week. But, and I cannot emphasize this enough, it will be based on the data. So if we see some concerning spikes before then, we will wait. I have an obligation to be cautious and consider the public health risks for our residents. While we're in phase 1, I wanted you to know that some places around the county are adding outdoor seating in creative ways. The county has been working with the Bethesda Urban Partnership to close some downtown Bethesda streets to vehicles so restaurants can use the streets to add more outdoor tables. This began yesterday. In the east part of our county and elsewhere, some restaurants have repurposed parts of the parking lots to create additional outdoor seating. And beginning Monday, June 15th, we will limit traffic on some streets in Aspen Hill and certain parts of Silver Spring so that pedestrians and bicyclists can safely share these streets. More ride-on buses are again on their regular routes, and curbside delivery for retail has begun. Please check our website for more news in the coming days. Last week I spoke about the demonstrations around the country that have been sparked by the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis. On Sunday I had a piece published in the Washington Post discussing both the national and local aspects of this tragedy and a path forward. I am in active conversations with council members, police, employees, residents, and others about what we need to do as a county to address some of the problems highlighted by these protests. We have an obligation to act, and I intend to do so. While the actions of specific individuals draw our attention, these problems are rooted in institutional racism. We will have a difficult conversation about the nature and role of policing, but I agree with those who have pointed out that we have relied on the police to address a myriad of social problems that shouldn't be police issues. I will continue to stay in touch. Please stay safe and take care.